see if we can handle some rejection right now. Do you wanna do this video with Dada? Yeah. Oh, you said yes this time. Okay. Well, she was saying no earlier, and now I got a yes. So, kind of goes along with my point of rejection. So, back in when I first started my business in 2009, all the way up, I would say for years, I would always beat myself up because I would get no's. I always felt as though there was something wrong with me, right? There was something that was, how would you say it, my dear? There was something that was not validated.
You can stay
when I would get rejected. And now it's changed, but I'll share a little bit of a story. Before Pro Sulum, it was actually called Pro Sulum, but before we're doing all this stuff that we're doing right now with virtual systems architects and outsourcing and processes and systems and everything like that, before all of that, I was an IT guy, essentially. I had taken this course by Ramit Sethi from I Will Teach You to Be Rich. Awesome course called Earn 1K. I think at the time it was like $5,000 to take it, which for me was astronomical. And I had learned in that course that how to sell. There was a guy who taught, because he had all the cadre of instructors in there. A guy, I totally forgot his name, but I think the actual company that he worked for was Center Source, or he owned it, or he was a sales guy or whatever. And I had actually thought that going into this Earn 1K course, I thought that what I was going to get out of it was how to do social media marketing, how to maybe run ads, or how to do all this inbound marketing. Where are you going, baby? What are you doing? Are you dancing? All right, that's fine. You can dance. Go ahead, dance. Let's see. Okay, perfect. Thank you, baby. So I thought I was gonna be doing all of these, what I thought were sexy things, right? The last thing I ever expected was to be a sales guy, or to even consider selling, because sales is dirty, right? It's just greasy, and you're asking for money and all this other stuff. And the possibility, the very real possibility of getting rejected was something I did not ever want to face. It was hard enough. It was hard enough getting rejected by girls in high school, after in college, and luckily my wife at the time felt sorry for me and actually, despite the fact that I couldn't even put I had my jacket, as I was walking over to her and I was trying to put it on, and it went all over the place, and I think that's what maybe made me a little bit endearing, but she actually said yes to dating me, and now I got 9 of these beautiful ones. But the fear of rejection was so palpable. So anyway, I was fascinated. I was actually fascinated by what he was saying, and it was nothing big. It was just normal sales stuff that you would hear. Kind of, I guess you would say basic sales things. You know, like rather than selling the drill, people want the hole that it's going to make, right? You know, people want value. So anyway, I get enamored with sales, and I start thinking, you know what? I could start selling higher end IT stuff, like servers and stuff. So I ended up reaching out to one of my really good buddies, Charles, he ran a dental lab company. Out of high school, his father was in the whole dental lab, creating crowns and all these different things. He followed in his father's footsteps with all of that, and I believe became either CEO or COO of this dental lab. And the lab worked here in the United States and in China, and so he needed, I actually reached out to him and said, hey, do you need any IT work done? That was one of the things in the course, would just go and ask, right? Do you need any do you need any IT work done? And he said, yeah, actually, I need a server that can connect to another server in China and basically be the exact same thing. So if we do something here, it replicates over there instantaneously. And I thought, I could totally do that. I can do that 100%, no doubt about it. And so I made him an offer. I knew that the equipment was probably going to cost maybe about $3,000 to do, nothing big. And I said, you know, it's going to be $3,000 and I'll charge you an extra $300. When he came back, I thought, because I'm thinking, you know, I'm going to be cheaper than everyone else. I'm his friend. He actually said, oh, okay, this sounds good. Maybe we'll talk later. And he rejected me. Outright rejected me. I knew it. I could feel it. You can feel it in the air when you get rejected, right? So he rejected me. And I'm like, what the hell? I'm the cheapest. I'm his friend. He knows I'm going to do a good job. What the heck? I called him up a couple hours later. And I said, look, I know you're not going to go with me. But I just want to know what caused you to say no. So I'm thinking, I took it personally. I was rocked. I was like, dude, I'm not selling ever again. This sucks. Why am I can't, I'm not good at this business thing. I literally almost quit at that point in time. And my friend who was very honest with me. He said, you know, everything was good up until you told me what you were charging. And I'm thinking, what? I was the cheapest. What the hell? And he said, because you were charging so low, I don't trust that it's going to be a good job. I don't trust that it's actually going to happen. You know, I get pitched stuff that's $5,000, $10,000 higher than you, and I know that it's going to get done. I was shocked to my core. I was thinking, wait, what? You'd rather pay more? You'd rather pay thousands of dollars more just for the feeling of being secure, even though you're going to be totally fine. You'd rather pay thousands of dollars more, dude. So anyway, that's what I'm thinking inside, and I said, you know what? I actually said out loud, I said, you know what? Well, I changed my price. I'm going to charge you $5,000 on top of the $3,000 for the equipment. So $8,000 total. He looked at me and said, all right. All right, sorry, he didn't look at me because he called me. We weren't on Zoom. He responded on the phone and he said, okay, let's go. And I'm like, okay, sounds good. I hang up the phone and I'm like, what the hell just happened? Right? So I was rejected in the beginning, but then it turned into a success. So the biggest thing, why is this important? It's important because rejection is not something that's personally against you. You, especially as a man, are there to make an offer. It has nothing to do with the other person. They can choose, however they choose to react, that's on them. If I go to my wife and I say, do you want to, if I go and say, hey, let's go to Butterfish today, or hey, let's go to In-N-Out today, and she says, no, I don't feel like it. That has nothing against me. I made the suggestion, I made the offer, she decided that she didn't need or didn't want to go to that place. I can still go to In-N-Out. I could offer something else. There's nothing personal at all against it. Every time you're rejected, if you come at it from a place of, I'm trying to give, I'm trying to bring some value, trying to bring something giving to the person, those rejections are simply just them telling you, no, I'm not willing to accept that offer right now. It's fine. Nothing against you. So why is this such a huge thing? Because it can stop you dead in your tracks like it almost did to me. Okay? So what are some offers you can make this week? What are some offers that you can make this week to your clients, to your prospects, that you simply put it out there, see if they bite, has nothing to do with you. If they reject it, who cares? what are some things this week that you can do? Alright, this is Dean Soto, and I will see you. Well, actually, before I say that, I'm Dean Soto, and go to prosulum.com, prosulum.com. Go get yourself a virtual systems architect, outsource everything 5 minutes a day, and I will catch you in the next video.